Hello everyone, back tuning into our first Christmas 2019 update. So can you believe it? Here we go again. We are back with the Christmas updates for another year. So we've got 25 of these Christmas updates penciled in between now and Christmas Eve. So initially they're going to be rather sporadic. The next one after this is penciled in for Monday. So for the first week or two, they aren't that regular, but then they will get more regular as you get closer towards Christmas. So from around the middle part of November, you will see the Christmas updates appearing much more. And by the time you get through to December, they'll be every other day. So I'm going to talk you through the model in a moment that we're using for this Christmas update. But the first thing I want to do is to tell you about our Christmas page or our Christmas shop. So we're at gavsworthies.com and this is Gav's shop. Now this is here all year round, but I don't actually publicise this except at Christmas. So we're connected to Amazon, and if you want to do any Christmas shopping at Amazon, all you need to do is come to Gav's shop page, and we link to this in the description at YouTube and on homepage at Gav's Worthies. So you come here, and there are two ways of doing your Christmas shopping at Amazon through Gav's Worthies. So you can just very simply just click the Amazon banners that we have just there and just there and just there, and that will take you through to Amazon directly, and then you just do your Christmas shopping as normal at Amazon. We also have a search widget, which is just here, so you can put in any sort of search terms that you want, something like Star Wars perhaps, and it will come up with various products for Star Wars. Again, you will click on that product, whatever product you want, and that will take you then through to Amazon, where you do your purchase at Amazon, when you buy your Christmas presents. So you're not doing anything different. You're still doing your shopping at Amazon, and when you pay for your items, your Christmas presents, that will happen through Amazon. It doesn't happen through Gav's Worthies. All that's going on is that you are going from gavsworthies.com through to Amazon. Whether you do it through the search widget or through the Amazon banners, it's the same thing really. You're just going from our website to their website, and they know that you have come from gavsworthies.com to Amazon, and so when you make your purchase, Gav's Worthies gets a revenue fee on the things that you are buying. So you don't do anything differently. It doesn't cost you any more money. It's just purely the fact that you've gone from our website to their website that means we get a revenue fee on the Christmas presents that you buy. As I say, we have this all year round, but I only publicise this at Christmas because it's kind of a tradition now, really. I know quite a few people actually ask me about the shop at Christmas. They enjoy doing their Christmas shopping at Amazon through Gav's Worthies. So a little bit of a tradition, and I thought we'd kick it off to go with Christmas updates. Got little snowflakes as well. They're running down the page. That only appears, or they only appear at Christmas. So it's a little bit seasonal, a little bit of fun. And big thank you to everybody for doing that. It does help the revenue for the website for the year. So a big thank you again to everybody for doing their Christmas shopping at Amazon through Gav's Worthies. You've got plenty of time to do that, but a big thank you to everyone for that. Right, let's get on with the Christmas update then. So we go over to Metro Seal. So let me just tell you a little bit about the model. This first Christmas update can take a little longer than normal because I'm going to talk you through everything that I've got to go over. So, right, metroseal.fr, we're looking at the Cfs V29 Monthly Forecast, generated, and it's a midday run, generated midday yesterday. This was generated midday on the 31st of October. So there's a 24-hour delay on the charts appearing. Where possible, we will always use the midday run. Occasionally it's not possible because the run doesn't update, some sort of problem with the data updating. So when that happens, we have to use another run. It's run 4 times a day: midnight, 6 o'clock in the morning, 12 midday, and also 6 o'clock in the evening. So if it wasn't updated on the day we want to do an update with midday run, we would have to use another run from before. But overall, we do try to use the same run all the time, and then we can't be told off for cherry picking any particular outcome. This is purely the way that the charts are coming out. Remember, it's very unreliable. It's just a bit of fun. really. But if we see the same scenario cropping up over and over and over again, then we will be able to say we have a trend. And that's what we're looking for, really, the trend within the model. We can't put detail down to what weather's going to be doing over Christmas and New Year until we get to around a couple of weeks out from Christmas, and then we will move away from the CFS and we will shift over to the shorter range GFS model, and then we'll be able to start looking at it in a bit of detail. But at the moment, all we're doing is looking for trends within the long range model. And if we see the same scenarios cropping up a lot, then possibly we can say we've got a trend. Right, so I think that's everything that I've got to tell you. And let's get on with it. We're going to start off on the 1st of December. So this is how things are looking on the 1st of December. Mild. High pressure is centred to our south across France. Low pressure is out to the north and to the west. As we run through the first week of September, we turn increasingly unsettled. Notice these purple colours appearing to the north of Scotland. So that's turning wet, windy and quite stormy as well as we go through that first week of December. Pretty cold also, I have to say, with winds coming in from the northwest. Certainly cold enough for snow across Scotland, possibly wintry showers in other places there. Right, we're up to the 7th of December in that cold and showery run of northwesterly winds. Now, as we move into the second week of December, we find high pressure begins to develop from the south. So we're building up a ridge of high pressure here, and it's trying to get itself up to Scandinavia, interestingly. We're up to the 11th of December. We're having a go at building a Scandinavian high. We're basically just under a ridge of high pressure there, which would be bringing a lot of dry, fine, but cold weather. It would be frosty, and there would be a risk of some dense fog patches as well. Notice a real cold plunge down there across eastern parts of Europe. So winter really biting in the east and southeast of Europe. For us, we're under this ridge of high pressure, dry, fine, frosty conditions. We're up to the 12th. Now we're up to the 12th of December, which of course is the day of the general election. So that will be a mainly dry general election day, actually, with lots of fine weather, but it would be cold. There'd be hard overnight frost. You wouldn't rule out the chance of freezing fog with that. So a frosty and cold general election day there on the 12th of December. Beyond that, heading up towards the middle part of the month, the high pressure very quickly is breaking down, and in comes the next area of low pressure off the Atlantic. That's a very, very deep area of low pressure, 940 millibars to the south of Greenland, threatening gale force winds by the time you get through to the middle of December. Let's try and get a bit close to Christmas then. And we're at the 16th of December now, turning increasingly wet and windy with these strong westerly winds coming in from off the Atlantic. Unsettled too, showers or longer spells of rain, probably cold enough for a little bit of wintry weather up in the north perhaps. Now we're up to the 21st of December, still in a very zonal setup. Low pressure, deep low pressures in the North Atlantic, south of Greenland. We are raising the heights a little bit to our south though, so that's turning things a bit drier there on the 21st of December in the south. In the north, probably still quite wet and windy. It would be mild for all of us. We are now drawing up the air from the Azores. So particularly for the north, it would be very mild. But even down in the south, I suspect temperatures would be a little bit above average. And that takes us to the 22nd of December. Right, so we're at Christmas. And let's see what this first Christmas 2019-2020 update is doing. So we're at the 22nd of December. We've got high pressure centred across central eastern parts of Europe, low pressures around Greenland and Iceland. And we're drawing up a very mild southerly to southwest wind. Temperatures widely would be into double digits. That's how Christmas Eve is looking, or the eve of Christmas Eve, I suppose. Again, mainly dry, especially for England and Wales, and really mild as well. That is how Christmas Eve looks on the first Christmas 2019 update. And on the face of it, it looks very mild. High pressure is in control of the weather, so there's a lot of dry weather on offer. There could be fog and low cloud, of course, but overall, that is a dry but mild, potentially very mild Christmas Eve. Temperatures could be up into double digits, maybe exceptionally mild for northern and northeastern parts of Scotland with those southwest winds. That's Christmas Day. So Christmas Day on the first Christmas 2019 update, again looking mostly dry, probably bringing some cloud and rain into West of Scotland and Northern Ireland late on, but otherwise it's sort of a ridge of high pressure centred across central parts of Europe, bringing up a balmy southerly southwest wind, particularly mild for Scotland and Northern Ireland, perhaps a little bit less so for England and Wales, but all areas above average really. And just lots of fine, dry, but really mild weather. That's how Boxing Day looks. And now the low pressure beginning to develop a little bit more out to our northwest. It's starting to turn a bit wet and windy up to the northwest. But for the south and southeast, still mostly dry and still really mild then. Okay, we'll go beyond Christmas and head up towards New Year, and this is what we're seeing. So high pressure again, always centred close to us, but always centred to the south and to the southeast. If you want cold weather, you need that high pressure to be either to the north, to the northwest over Greenland, or northeast over Scandinavia. So high pressure needs to be to the north. When the high pressure to the south, we're always going to bring up milder winds from the southwest. So lots of fine weather, yes, as we head beyond Christmas up towards New Year, but very mild. As this high pressure is locating closer to us, though, by the eve of New Year's Eve, 30th of December, we could just start seeing it turning a bit cold across England and Wales, maybe more fog and frost beginning to develop then, but still really mild with those southwesterlies for Scotland and for Northern Ireland. And then we get towards New Year itself, so this is New Year's Eve, and it's looking again dry and very mild, really, and that's New Year's Day, the first day of 2020. Again, you've guessed it, high pressure is ruling the roost, so lots of dry weather, but with the high pressure to our south, it is a mild or a very mild air mass that we are under. I'll just take you through the first few days of the new year. So a little bit cooler there as the high pressure then starts to relocate just a bit more to our west. And we drop some cooler air in from the north, actually, there on the 2nd and the 3rd. So it's still mainly dry. It's a very dry run, actually, after the middle part of December. It's a very dry run, high pressure in control, but that's a bit of a colder ridge then. So that would increase the risk of frost and fog early and late as we go through the first week of January. We're past 12th night now. I'll just take you up into the middle part of the month of January. So, again, little system coming in from the northwest there. That could turn things rather wintry. Perhaps it could be a little bit of a cold snap that we're seeing there around the 10th of January. But overall, high pressure is still in control of the weather right way up to the middle of the month. We're up to the 14th of January now. That's as far as we'll go. High pressure continues to be dominating the weather. It's dry, but very mild with those winds coming up from the southwest. So there we go. That's our first Christmas 2019 update. Now, obviously we can't say whether that's a trend or not because it's the first update that we've done. So when we do Monday's update, if we see that repeated sort of pattern, then we'll be able to say that we have got a trend. But I suspect we'll see something rather different on Monday, and it's really early days of these updates. So we'll see how they go. We'll see how they develop over the next few weeks. At some point we'll get a very cold update. We nearly always do. I'm not sure we did last year actually, but that's the exception. Most years we do tend to get a very cold and snowy Christmas update. And very often that's as close as you're going to get to a cold and snowy Christmas. But who knows, maybe this year we'll buck the trend. And we shall see how it develops anyway. That's update number 2 will be coming up for you on Monday. And as I say, when we get a bit close to Christmas, then the updates will get a little bit more regular. But the first week or two are always quite sporadic and spaced out. Right, so that's it for today's video. It's been a very, very busy day. Tomorrow, we've got weekend forecast and a week 10-day video update coming up. And then on Sunday, we've got the 10th winter 2019-2020 update. That's going to be another true epic. So come back for that on Sunday. No live stream this Sunday, by the way. I'm taking Sunday evening off. Right, so we're off and running with Christmas updates. Don't forget to do your shopping at Amazon, your Christmas shopping at Amazon through Gas Service if you would like to do that. Big thank you to everyone doing that. And yeah, we're off and running with Christmas updates. Christmas update number 2 will be with you on Monday. That's all for now though, and thanks for watching.